And we start with a live look over Coors Field this morning, dark and early as we get ready for a bit of a slight cool off. Low 90s instead of upper 90s, right? It's all relative. But the good news is that air quality, that's going to really improve today.
The haze will get so much better. I know it's been tough.
Now,
the rain?
haze is
I went with the rain. Look at you. You're on it today.
You went with the real lyrics. That was your mistake right there.
I know. Good morning, everyone. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Let's get a check of your forecast now with meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Chris, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, clearing things out and the smog is gone doesn't quite have the ring to it, I feel. But in the meantime, temperatures today, we will be in the low 90s, as Jordan and Corey were saying. It's cooled off just a little bit for us. For today, we're dropping by about 3-4 degrees compared to yesterday. Afternoon showers and storms, but again, that improved air quality as we draw on some moisture and a different wind direction from the west and a bit more wind, which will kind of mix up the lower atmosphere. Temperatures 50s, 60s, eastern plains, 50s for us in the high country right now. Radar mostly on the quiet side. You look off to the west, western slope on north into the flat tops. That's where we're seeing some of those showers right now and out into eastern parts of Utah. All that energy, all that wet weather will move its way in our direction as the day wears on. If you're joining us from the high country, you've got a much better chance for showers and storms compared to Denver. But in Denver, we will have 1 or 2 gusty storms around, gusty winds, some lightning are main issues for us in the Denver area between about 2 and 6 p.m. We're going to get into more detail on that storm threat for today, as well as a look at what you can expect for tomorrow and for next week. And I'll give you a heads up. It's a hot forecast for next week. I'll show you how hot coming up in a few minutes, my full forecast. But I'll set things over to Brianna for a look at traffic.
Chris, thank you so much. 5:02 is your time for this Friday morning. Taking a live look right now of I-70 right at Havana, where you can see traffic there flowing nicely both on the east and the westbound lanes. So I do want to switch things over quickly to our main maps because we do have a crash that we are tracking for those in Cherry Creek. This is right at the intersection of Steel Street at East 1st Avenue. So if you're heading out the door, you are going to see Denver police right now on scene investigating that crash. Now, I-270 from I-70, if you're heading into I-25 this morning, that is going to be a nice 4-minute drive, 63 miles per hour. We love seeing the green, especially for a Friday morning.
Yep, Friday light. It's nice to see, Brianna. Thank you. New overnight, a man is dead after a Saguache County sheriff's deputy shot him. Investigators say the deputy was driving near Crestone around noon yesterday when he recognized a man with an active warrant. They say when the deputy went up to him, the man started attacking the deputy with a metal pipe. That's when the deputy shot him. He died at the scene. The deputy went to the hospital but was not badly hurt. No names of anyone involved has been released yet.
A man accused of trying to kidnap a child from an elementary school in Aurora will be committed to a mental health facility. On Thursday, a judge found Solomon Galligan incompetent to stand trial. Investigators say that he was caught on surveillance video lunging toward a student during recess at Black Forest Hills Elementary in April. The child ran away, and Galligan is a registered sex offender.
There aren't many town leaders in tiny Lakeside, but now the police chief and one-time mayor and the town clerk are under indictment. They're just co-workers. They're also father and daughter. Lakeside's wedged into the west side between Denver and Wheat Ridge around the amusement park of the same name. Robert Gordonier and Brenda Ray Hamilton are under indictment. Prosecutors allege that Hamilton, with her father's blessing, bought 3 police vehicles at bargain prices, like $500 for a Dodge Charger. Then she's accused of selling them for more and pocketing the profits. She's also accused of driving a police vehicle and trying to pull someone over. So far, we haven't heard back from anyone in Lakeside government. Gordonier right now is facing 7 charges, including theft and embezzlement. Hamilton is looking at the same charges plus impersonation of a peace officer.
Right now, RTD's police chief is on leave, but it's not clear why, and the agency is not offering up an explanation. A letter from General Manager and CEO Deborah Johnson to Deputy Chief of Police Steve Martingano confirms Dr. Joel Fitzgerald Sr. went on leave at the start of the month. We asked RTD why. The agency refused to answer any questions about it, but we will keep pushing for answers.
Every RTD bus now has cameras that dispatchers can watch live. The hope is to make buses safer by putting more eyes on issues. RTD's bus fleet is now decked out with nearly 10,000 new cameras. They had cameras on the buses before, but now they can tap into the bus's live feed, which RTD dispatchers and police say can help them address issues quicker. Using this new technology, each camera can be tapped into within seconds.
If you would like to do a playback, you just put in the time and you click, that's fine. Go ahead at 2 o'clock. And you will see a playback of 2 o'clock as it's on the road.
The Security System Program Manager, Israel LaForest, says drivers can also activate the cameras and that the purpose isn't always security related.
Was a duress button that was pressed on the vehicle that will immediately show a live feed. It could be a flat tire or any other operational issue on the bus. Not all are security related.
If it is security related, dispatchers can use the bus location tracking system to alert police. Through the RTD app or text feature, riders can also report issues that alerts dispatchers to tap into a camera.
Former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris for president. In a joint statement, the Obama family praised Harris's accomplishments, saying, quote, Kamala has more than a resume. She has the vision, the character, and the strength that this critical moment demands. The statement went on to say, quote, at a time when the stakes have never been higher, she gives us all reason to hope. Harris responded to the endorsement, thanking the Obamas for their support and expressed gratitude for their decades-long friendship. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden spoke to his staff Wednesday night following his address in the Oval Office, thanking them for all their hard work, saying the only reason his 4 years were successful was because of them.
Hey folks, look, the only reason that we've had the progress we've had is because of you. And that's not hyperbole. That's the God's truth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now, before the meeting, Biden held an address in the Oval Office where he explained to the American people why he dropped his re-election bid for a second term. Biden told the American people that history is in their hands and that it's time to look to the next generation.
Vice President Kamala Harris met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on Thursday. The meeting between Harris and Netanyahu came shortly after President Biden and had his meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister, where the two discussed the ongoing war in Gaza, as well as ironing out a ceasefire. During Harris's meeting, the two worked on securing a deal to release the hostages who were kidnapped during Hamas's October 7th attack and the ongoing humanitarian crisis in the region.
I also expressed with the Prime Minister my serious concern about the scale of human suffering in Gaza, including the death of far too many innocent civilians. And I made clear my serious concern about the dire humanitarian situation there.
The meeting was an important one for Vice President Harris as it served as an opportunity to show she has the ability to serve as commander-in-chief, handling a significant issue that some on the left say Biden has done a poor job at.
One of 6 House Democrats to vote with Republicans in strongly condemning Vice President Kamala Harris for her handling of the border is Colorado's most vulnerable Democrat. When it comes to immigration, Yadira Caravello has been all over the map. Caravello used to vote with progressives on immigration issues when she was in the state house in a safely Democratic seat. In fact, in 2021, she signed a letter to the Biden administration calling for ICE and Border Patrol to be defunded. A year later, she abandoned that position when she ran for Congress in Colorado's 8th Congressional District, representing Adams and Weld counties. Last year, Caravello was the only Democrat in Colorado's House delegation who did not sponsor a bill providing a pathway to citizenship for people in the country without authorization. Thursday, Caravello joined the Republican attack on Harris, a symbolic measure the GOP put up to squeeze vulnerable Dems like Caravello and create negative news about the Democrats' presidential nominee. 4 days before strongly condemning Harris, Caravello endorsed her for president. Caravello's team said that she was not available to talk to us about joining the Republican attack on Harris because she's traveling right now. And in a written statement, Caravello said that she is, quote, an independent voice who will stand up to party leaders when they're wrong.